And welcome to Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. I'm Steve Swatt with the Sacramento Report. In the next few minutes, we're going to talk with a freshman legislator who's getting a head start on his 2014 legislative agenda. My guest this segment is Brian Maienschein, who is a member of the State Assembly from San Diego. Thanks very much for being with us.
Well, thanks for having me.
Before we get to your agenda looking forward, let's talk about a few things that are going on right now. And one is California has been very aggressive in trying to implement the Affordable Care Act, and October 1st is the day when everything really starts in terms of the exchange and stuff. But a field poll just came out very, very recently that indicated there's a great deal of confusion in the communities. Do you find that in San Diego?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the biggest thing that I hear when I'm out about in the community in terms of healthcare is people are completely confused by the Affordable Care Act. They have a lot of different questions. It's complicated. They don't know what their healthcare is going to look like. And so one thing that I'm doing is at least steering people towards information that can help them with the decisions that they're going to have to make and what's available and what's not available. And so on my website, we actually have some answers to some of the questions, the frequently asked questions, and we're trying to refer them to sources that will help them sift through all this confusion.
Yeah, it's open enrollment time.
Yeah, I mean, it's just,
critical.
and there's stories in the newspaper, and sometimes they're complete, sometimes not so much, and so it really, for people who are out there just trying to make sense of all of this, there's really a big need for that.
And before we go on, I should say congratulations. One of your major bills, which is background checks for sports coaches, youth coaches, has made it out of the legislature.
Yeah, thank you very much. I was very proud of this. It will require background checks for youth sports coaches, which is something that I think for people, and not just in my community, but really throughout the state, if their kids are out there playing sports with somebody, we should know whether or not they've been convicted of any crime, particularly crimes involving children.
You've been on the program before, and we've talked about mental health issues, and I know you're trying to prepare some legislation for the next session, 2014. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we've been working hard on that, and I did want to take a thoughtful approach, didn't want to rush something out. Mental health is a complicated issue. It's an issue that's oftentimes been ignored and certainly misunderstood. And so I've been working over this past year, assembling experts in this area, reaching out to people who have worked in the fields of mental health. And we're going to put together something over this next upcoming legislative year to start addressing some of those issues. I think it's an issue not just that I'm passionate about, but I think it's something that really would have a long-term impact in this state.
And you're also involved in and have been on homeless issues and affordable housing.
Yeah, and homelessness a lot of times comes out of mental health issues, because if you look at particularly the chronically homeless, really, basically 100% of the chronically homeless, or pretty darn close to 100%, have some sort of mental illness. And so if we start addressing some of those issues, I think it helps take care of some of the homeless issues. It also helps take care of crime issues.
But when you're talking about affordable housing, it comes down to fundings, and so we don't have redevelopment agencies anymore, and so what are going to be the funding source to get more affordable housing? It's
hard. I mean, there's no question there needs to be more funding. Having said that, I think redevelopment was a huge loss. If you look at least where I'm from the city of San Diego, what redevelopment did there was really incredible. Not only did it redevelop it downtown, it built a ballpark, but it did a lot for affordable housing. It helped the homeless. It really had wide-ranging positive impacts, and I think it's very disappointing that that's not available now, not just for the city of San Diego, but statewide. Yes, long-term, we're going to have to do some more to make sure there's affordable housing.
All right. Well, we're out of time right now, but Assemblyman Maienschein, thanks very much coming by and talking about your upcoming agenda. We'll certainly follow it with interest.
Always. Thanks for having me.
And thanks also to our viewers for watching Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. A reminder, you can see this and other interviews on My Government On Demand, also on YouTube. I'm Steve Swatt. Have a great day.